One thing about Michael Jackson, he lived in Trump Tower. And I see your show all the time, Michael Jackson. Every night you have Michael Jackson, blah, blah, blah. You know, 15 years ago, I went to Madison Square Garden and I watched Michael Jackson perform and do the moonwalk across the stage. And I said, I don't think I've ever seen anything. There was no entertainer like him. He lives in various of my buildings. I mean, he sort of follows me around in the sense of he likes what I have.
Well, I know him very well. He's lived in my buildings.
Perfect gentleman. We never had one problem. He's a friend of mine. I mean, he's a good guy. You know, he's a little different.
Badly for all this.
Well, he's gone through a lot.
I'm going to stick up for him because nobody else is, but I don't believe it.
Michael was a great friend of ours, actually. And he lived in Trump Tower for a long period of time.
He did,
And he was a sweet guy, special guy. He was with me many, many times, at Mar-a-Lago in particular, in Palm Beach. And so many unbelievable weekends took place with Michael, especially in Palm Beach.
Kennedy Jr. and his connection to Donald Trump in the plan, as well as various other coded messages, has been hidden inside of past events. Is it possible that we have missed one of the biggest revelations of Q? That Michael Jackson and Donald Trump are connected? Did Donald Trump and QAnon help Michael Jackson to fake his death to escape the Illuminati death sentence and to ultimately join the alliance by providing insight and revelation into the pedophile satanic network of the elite? Michael Jackson was a child star that grew up in the entertainment industry. What did he know? What did he share with Trump? Is Michael Jackson alive, working alongside Trump and JFK Jr. and QAnon to destroy the Illuminati? This video will open your eyes to many things. Do your own research and judge for yourself. But in the words of Q, how many coincidences before it is mathematically impossible? Future will prove the past. Before Michael Jackson died, he attempted to break away from his Illuminati handlers and Sony Records. He went on the offense, openly condemning the company and its CEO, Tommy Mottola, as a devil. Michael also sent a coded message that Sony wanted to kill him. Michael appears fearless, as though he is being protected by an elite force from this satanic cult. Because most entertainers would never openly challenge the Illuminati, was Trump and QAnon protecting Michael as they did JFK Jr. 10 years earlier? Michael also revealed that he was able to outsmart Sony with a crafty business strategy and was leaving a free agent and owning half of Sony Records, a multi-billion-dollar company. Was Donald Trump guiding him to victory? As Michael walked off the stage, he sent a bold threat to the devil, Tommy Mottola, claiming that the executive will be terminated, and makes a bold prediction that the best was yet to come. Was Michael talking about the storm?
The tradition of great performers from, and I really want you to hear what I have to say. The tradition of great performers from Sammy Davis Jr. to James Brown to Jackie Wilson to Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly. The story is usually the same though. You know, these guys work really hard at their craft, but the story ends the same. They usually are broken, torn, and usually just sad. And the story is very sad in the end. Sony, being the artist that I am at Sony, I've generated several $billion for Sony, several billion, and they really thought that my mind is always on music and dancing, and it usually is, but they never thought that this performer, myself, would outthink them.
Yeah!
So I'm leaving Sony a free agent, owning half of Sony. So I own half of Sony's publishing, and I'm leaving them, and they're very angry at me because of it. But I just did good business, you know.
Tell him! Tell it, Michael! Tell the story!
But, so, the way they get revenge is to try and destroy my album. And Tommy Mottola is a devil. I'm not supposed to say what I'm gonna say right now, but I have to let you in on a secret.
Say it!
Please don't videotape what I'm going to say, okay? Turn that off, please. No, what? I don't mind. Tape it.
Oh! Michael is getting gangster today! Yeah.
Mariah Carey, after divorcing Tommy, came to me crying. She was crying so badly I had to hold her. And she said to me that this is an evil man. And Michael, this man follows me, she said. He taps her phones. And he's very, very evil, and she doesn't trust him. And he is a horrible human being. And we have to continue our drive until he's terminated.
Oh! There you go!
We can't allow him to do this to great artistry. We just can't. I just want you to know I appreciate everything you've done. You've been amazing. You're so loyal, Diana. Everybody, Waldo, all the people here, I love you all. You've been amazing.
Thank you!
I love you. But still, I promise you, the best is yet to come.
Sony will soon own the full rights to some of the biggest names in music. Maribel Abrams joining us live from the NASDAQ market site in New York with details on this deal. Maribel, good morning.
Good morning, Owen. This deal has Sony buying out Michael Jackson's stake in music publisher Sony ATV. Now, the company will pay the estate of the late pop singer $750 million in the deal. Sony ATV is the world's largest music publisher, and it controls songs such as the Beatles' All You Need Is Love. It also represents copyrights of musicians such as Bob Dylan, Queen, and the Rolling Stones.
In a recorded interview with the son of legendary singer James Brown, he explained how Michael Jackson and James Brown talked about getting out of the Illuminati and that they had made a deal with the devil for the fame and the fortune that they had received, understanding that the only way to get out of the Illuminati is by death. Is it possible that Donald Trump and Q helped Michael to fake his death in exchange for information and testimony about the pedophile satanic cult in the music industry?
No, we got a lot to talk about the music, but first I want to get back to the Michael. You mentioned Michael Jackson, and MJ obviously derived so much from your father, and he loved your father to the point that he spent an hour alone with him after he passed away.
It was 2 hours. Yeah. He was so close to my father till, everything he did was because what my father taught him. To the last time he came out, he was talking about Sony and different things, He called my dad before that. Because both of them had talked about getting out. Now, whatever that is, getting out. They were tired of it,
And this goes. You think this goes back to the ownership of
exactly
the brand,
exactly.
of
The crossroads, the selling of your soul, all kind of things that happen.
So now what? Now going back to who was it that wrote? That did the song "I Sold My Soul to the Devil."
I know you're talking about Robert.
The blues singer. Robert Johnson, right?
Yeah.
And his whole deal with the devil, and then do you think that is real in the music business?
Very much. I mean, it's very much real.
This is where the story gets creepy. Long time